Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about cushion foundations. I try a lot of cushion foundations and there are so many cushion foundations on the market, and if you have like acne prone and sensitive skin like me, definitely it is a challenge sometimes to find one that works for you. So I tried a lot of cushions. It's just a good amount, and I've narrowed down to 3 cushions that I really like for helping me control and regulate my skin. I typically like low fragrance products. My skin is typically combination sort of, so it's dry when I wash it and then sometimes it's just really oily. So I guess it's a combination of like dehydrated and also oily skin. So I definitely understand finding a cushion foundation is very difficult and it's a struggle for sure. Something that doesn't break you out is kind of like difficult to find, definitely. Before I go into which cushions are the best, I want to talk about the ingredients that are in these cushions that really help soothe and heal the skin. So the first ingredient is MADECASSOSIDE, and it's derived from Centella asiatica. As you know, Centella asiatica is super popular in skincare right now because of all its healing benefits and soothing properties. A lot of studies have shown that MADECASSOSIDE actually helps revitalize the skin and replenishes the skin. It is a skin replenishing agent. Some studies have also shown that MADECASSOSIDE paired with a vitamin C actually boosts antioxidant benefits, which is why I always use my vitamin C serum under the cushions. MADECASSOSIDE also controls inflammation and soothes the skin, and it's very important for reactive skin or acne-prone skin to use soothing ingredients versus like things that are abrasive or very harsh on the skin. You definitely want to avoid sensitizing products. Some people also use MADECASSOSIDE for psoriasis, and that's probably because of how soothing and how it controls inflammation. So I'm definitely a fan of MADECASSOSIDE, so yeah, these products all contain it. And also physical sunscreen. I personally only use physical sunscreen. I rarely use chemical sunscreen because my skin, whenever I use purely chemical based sunscreen, my skin always turns red, especially around this area, and starts getting flushed. I just feel like chemical sunscreen doesn't work too well for my skin type. Everybody has their own opinions. I personally only use physical sunscreen, and that includes zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and so these cushions will contain that. And I think most cushions in the market right now are using physical sunscreen, so that's one thing you don't have to worry about. So the first one that I have is this Tiger CICA cushion from It's Skin. I've talked about this a lot just because I really like this cushion. It is one cushion that contains a little bit of essential oils, so if you are sensitive to that, definitely look up the ingredients before you purchase it. But to me, the essential oils are really low and you really don't smell it at all. These products are synthetic fragrance free. I don't like heavily scented products, and I think I've made that clear on my channel. But these products are scented with either tea tree oil or eucalyptus oil, which are both okay with me. I know there's a little bit of debate between if eucalyptus oil is actually good for the skin, but I really believe tea tree oil and eucalyptus oil are great antiseptics, and they're just great antibacterial products, and it does soothe the skin. So yeah, that's definitely up to your choice. I personally like that kind of herbally tea tree type of scent. I think it is very calming, so I like these products because they have that. So all 3 of these products that I'm going to show you contain niacinamide. Niacinamide, also known as vitamin B3, is a skin restoring agent. Anytime you see a product with niacinamide in it, you can bet that it's going to be brightening the skin, helping restore the skin, and actually when paired with vitamin C serum, which is why I always use my vitamin C serum under these products, it actually boosts the antioxidant benefits of the niacinamide and vitamin C serum together. So I really love these cushions just because it really does help brighten up the skin as you're wearing it, and I really believe that. So it is a strong, potent ingredient that's researched over and over, and it helps with brightening the appearance in pores and also dull skin. So I really like that. Next up, we have the WOWDER Tension Cushion, and this one is by Apu. It is a very inexpensive cushion, and it is actually a tension pack. So it's not like the regular cushions where it's a sponge. It is suspended in a baggie, and the product is suspended there. The thing I like about all three of these cushions, I will say now, is that they all have amazing coverage. So that's one thing that's great about them. And the scent is pretty similar. It is all sort of that tea tree or eucalyptus-y scent that I like. There's a lot of product on the surface, so when you tap your finger in it, it actually picks up a lot more product. So it might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on you. I like to slowly build my coverage, but this is faster. So if you want like more coverage fast, this one is the best one to apply with a sponge, because the sponge actually does pick up the product a lot easier. And I am in the shade 23 with this one. The 23 shade is definitely a yellow, more yellow like undertone, and so is the same with the CICA cushion. I really like this one. Nothing bad to say about it. It just works really well, and I find that it lasts a long time. Like, I've used this a lot and it's still like kind of wet, and there's a lot of product in there. So lastly, I have the Clear Fit Blemish cushion, and this one has been rated by Joan so much, and I also really love this. Actually, this one to me has the highest coverage. So you want to be careful when you're applying the product, but it's the same thing as the other cushions. I find that this one has the least amount of fragrant oils, essential oils. So if you have extra sensitive skin, I would definitely go with this one. I do find that this one needs to be set because it does sort of border on satin to dewy finish. So if you want a matte look, you definitely want to set this with a lot of powder. I just find that it's an overall pretty great cushion. I actually border in the shade 21 and 23 depending on how like tan I am at the moment. I don't really know. I can fit 21 around this area, but then it looks too pale around this area. So I try to use 23 and then use a lighter concealer. I find that that works better. Overall, a very solid cushion. It doesn't break me out just like all the other cushions, and I find that this one is the safest one among all the cushions. So great. So if you have sort of like a lot of breakouts or like some scarring you want to cover, this one is definitely the one to go. If you have acne prone skin, you definitely want to put a little bit more care and effort and time into treating your skin every day. I know some people have to wear makeup to work, and if that's a requirement, you definitely want to look into products like these to help sort of soothe the skin instead of exacerbate your acne. First thing I do is use this Snail Bee High Content Skin. It is a really nice toner that sort of soothes the skin. This toner is really inexpensive, and the ingredient list is just amazing for what the price is. It's formulated with panthenol, green tea extract, and Salix alba, which is willow bark extract, which is really great for soothing and calming irritated skin. It is a derivative from this willow bark tree. Next up, I'm gonna go in with vitamin C serum right here. I find that vitamin C serums really help brighten up the skin. It's a super potent antioxidant, and it really helps fade hyperpigmentation from acne scarring. So it's really helpful for those that are just want brighter skin and also going through sort of like breakouts and wanting to fade existing breakouts. So I just pat that in, and oh, it's kind of warm actually. I'm gonna take this off. Next up, I'm going to go in with the sunscreen. If it's the daytime, I definitely will use the sunscreen because obviously these cushions have sunscreen in them. I like this MADECASSOSIDE sun cream by UpHue. I've used this over and over again, and the key ingredients are definitely MADECASSOSIDE and Centella asiatica. Definitely prep your skin before you go in using your cushion, and that will just help everything sort of, it's like a nice base for your cushion, and also it protects your skin. And this will act like my daily primer because it does contain sunscreen, and also I find that it does brighten up my skin tone a little bit, and it just helps protection. Protection is really important, and it's one of those sunscreens that it's so nice and fine and so easy to blend that you don't really have to tug your skin. A lot of sunscreens are quite goopy and heavy, and this is one is not. And you really want to tug your skin less if you already have acne prone skin or reactive skin, because it just gets rid really easily. Next up is the application of the actual cushions. Today I'm going to go in with the It's Skin Tiger CICA cushion. Typically use my fingers because I clean my fingers, and I find that the cushion sponges, if you have acne prone skin, you really don't want to reuse those puffs because I find that it's difficult to clean. Instead, I use my fingers and I blend it out with a puff like this. And as you can see, this is one light layer of the cushion and it covers pretty well. I only use very little. If you want, you can go ahead and use more concealer. I'm going to use my Appeal Moist Creamy Concealer just to brighten up this area a little bit more. So with all the cushions, I do set my foundation because I feel like that sort of like slick, like wet feeling on the skin can actually mentally make you feel like kind of oily and goopy, and I think a lot of times if you feel like your skin is going to break out, it will break out, if that makes sense. So I always use my water powder because this one is fragrance free and it does the job, and it's really great for travel. I tend to put a little bit more in the T-zone area and then just dust the rest all over like that. You want to make sure every day you wash your puff, and I find that this Miracle Complexion puff is really soft and it washes easier than the cushion puffs. So make sure you wash it and dry it with soap or cleanser. It just helps with spreading of bacteria. And of course, definitely clean your hands before you dip your fingers into the cushion. If you want to, you can always use the sponge to dip into the cushion. So I hope you try these products out and I hope they work for you. Definitely let me know down below if you have any other cushions or foundations to try out that really help with acne and controlling acne even. I know not a lot of people want to try foundations when they're breaking out, but I do find that these actually don't make my foundations, my breakouts worse. Instead, it sort of heals it. I wouldn't say heal, but it sort of soothes it even more just because of how gentle and mild these products are. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Definitely comment down below what you think about them and if you tried any of these products. And check out my vlogs in Korea if you haven't already. If you want me to do more vlogs, I do have a lot of footage left. I'll probably upload them along the week if you want to see them. So yeah, let me know down below. Alright guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.